So hi everyone, I am doing the full deck challenge. This is number 6, and here I'm just putting some matte medium onto a playing card, which is number 6, and this is the tissue paper from the backings of napkins, so save them, they can be used for many things. This is just one of them, so I'm just making sure that all the little lumpy bumpy bits are glued down. So I'm going to set that to dry. Set it to one side, sorry, and dry. And then here I have got a Tim Holtz die cut from one of the, it's a Sizzix die, Thinlits I think it is, but I can't remember the number of it now. And I'm just gessoing it. This was craft cardstock. So just giving it, I did actually give it a couple of coats and dried in between. And I used my heat tool to speed up the drying process. So I'm using my homemade spray paints and just spraying the, I think I've done that 2 or 3 times with the yellow, because I'm kind of going for greens and yellows, blues with these cards because it's my favourite colour. And then I go in again with the second spraying of that. You can see there's more on the paper than there is anywhere else. And just drying that with my heat tool in between each application. This is speeded up a little bit, so don't think I'm like a Looney Tune, just like the way I was moving my hands then. So in with this turquoisey colour, I think it's aquamarine. And again, I gave a few sprays of that as well. Then this is dry, so I'm taking all the tissue paper off around the edge because we don't need that. You can actually use a nail file or to get that off around the edges. So there was little bits left on, so I'm just using my scissors to get rid of that. You can leave it if you want to, it just adds a little bit more decoration and texture. So I'm going in with some coffee spray first, and then the second spray that I went in with is just like a shimmer spray because I wanted some shimmer in there. Dried that, then I put some yellow on. Obviously, you know, if you don't have sprays or you haven't like made your own sprays up, you could just use watercolours, you could use your distress inks, many other things that you can use. So in with the aqua, I think it's aquamarine actually. So I kind of wanted it darker, like top and bottom. And then I just soaked up some. Look at my hands, so messy fun. Then I just splattered some on there. And at this point I was thinking, oh, I'm going to add some white gesso, just a little bit, and I forgot completely. So this is just some black acrylic paint that has been watered down, and I've just used my splat brush for that. So gluing the back of this, because obviously we don't want to see that, and I'm just putting that on some coffee dyed paper. Then I obviously cut all around that and I ran it through the sewing machine. Just like so. Then I just sprayed some sprays on the back just to make it look a little bit more than just coffee dyed paper. So as you can see, I've got a few little pieces. You don't really need much for these because they're very small projects. You can see the pin in my little glue had kind of rusted up. I don't know, it's never happened before. Same pin, had it for about 6 months, didn't do it before, was doing it now. Anyway, the label is from Tracie Fox. I think it's a rather random labels. And then obviously this is the Tim Holtz die that I'd sprayed up. And I just put in glue on there. And at first it was like, oh, you can't really see it. But you do, you can see it. It kind of disappeared in there a little bit. I should have maybe brought in another colour, but hey ho. So the butterfly is, I put on top of some cheesecloth. Butterflies from ARTYmaze. Well, actually, I've got this butterfly as well, so it could be mine, it could be ARTYmaze. I think it's in the free domain. So there's lots of people who've got it. So here I'm just using some Fabri-Tac and popping on some bling. And then this is a little part of a little label from the old design shop, which I actually trimmed down just to fit on the card, because all the other ones just seemed too big. So I trimmed off the little bit at the bottom, and that was me done. I just pulled away at the cheesecloth, and that is me done. Hope you like it.